Hello my darlings, well this is just a little update video. Now normally I'm on Bits and Doings and I'm next to a vacuum cleaner, and some of you might not know that I have a channel that has a few vacuums on it, and this I've just made a video. I've got my lights up, my camera's here, so I thought I'll do a quick update for Bits and Doings. So if you're interested in vacuums, I've just unboxed this beautiful German Miele. And people who follow my other channel might say, you've got one of them. No, I haven't, because this one is the Electro line version with this huge power driven head. Wow, it was an absolute bargain, an absolute bargain. I couldn't resist. Well, it was on auction and I won it for an absolute bargain price. So I've just made a video for my other channel. It won't be uploaded for ages because I've got too much to do. So I thought I'd tell you what's going on with Bits and Doings. Now, you may know, some of you, that I've just come back a couple of weeks ago now from a holiday on the Isle of Wight. I have made lots and lots of videos during the holiday, lots of different walks and things. They all need editing. They're still on the SD cards in their raw state, so I've got to edit out everything, basically. Well, not everything. Edit out a few bits and pieces and put it all together to make it viewable to the general public and not X-rated. So I'll be doing that, so that'll be coming up. I have got another shopping haul video as well, but I thought I'm not going to put that up yet because I've done one of those fairly recently. Pardon me. Little bit of wind. And so currently the living room is an absolute tip. I am doing things, so this is going to be a little chat, and this is going to be part of my decluttering because I'm still doing it. I know I haven't done a decluttering video for a while, but it's still ongoing. Now, I nearly made the mistake of paying for a storage unit. I went through the whole thing. A new place was opening up down the road, and they had offers on, you know, your first 3 months half price, blah blah. So I filled out all the forms. I worked out the size of storage unit I thought I'd need, which was about the size of a large garage, I think, maybe bigger. I think it was enough space to store the contents of the average 2-bedroomed house. And this was for my vacuum cleaners. But because the company took so long in getting back to me, I'd changed my mind about it. Had they got back to me within a day or two, I would have gone ahead, and now I'd be forking out monthly to store stuff. And to me, putting stuff in a storage unit is like putting a plaster on the problem or papering over the cracks. You know, it's not a solution to decluttering. It's just moving the problem from your house to somewhere where you can't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. But no. And I always said, I will never ever pay to hold onto stuff that I don't look at, I don't find pleasure in. But because it's a big collection, I do obviously want to keep a lot of it. I don't know why, but at the moment I don't want to part with a lot. But I am parting with some. I'm already going to be giving some away as sort of prizes on Facebook and stuff. When I reach 50,000 subscribers on my main channel, I'll be doing another giveaway. And if I ever get to 100,000, which I think I will, then there will be a very big giveaway of vacuums and other little bits and pieces. We'll see what happens on this channel. This is a tiny channel, but I know I have loyal watchers on this channel, and you're very engaged, and I tend to get more views per subscriber from this channel than I do on my main channel. So what I do on this channel, I know that at least I am being watched. Well, I know I'm being watched on the other one. It's not that, but you know what I mean. I feel more engagement with you folks because I do all sorts of different things. It's not just about the vacuums. That's all people are interested in on my main channel, these things. So anyway, I'm ditching the idea of paying for storage. I wish. I was brushing hair out of my eyes, you know. That's a long time since I've done that. It must be a stray hair that's fallen out or something, or stray eyebrow. So apart from the vacuums, they're what take up. If I didn't have the vacuums, I really wouldn't need to declutter because I don't have huge amounts of loads of stuff. Saying that, no, I do. But the vacuums are the main problem. So, I do have a little collection of Simpsons stuff, which I'm going to show you, and I'm going to get rid of those on eBay. I've boxed them up, but I need to take the photos. I haven't done eBay for years, and I used to do it all the time. I got very good at eBaying. It was a time when I had no money, and I was scraping by, basically, and trying to make supplement my income with eBay. And I was at the post office every other day with parcels, and it's a lot of work doing the listings, you know, just packaging everything up. I mean, to sell something on eBay, to do it properly, it does take a while. You've got to take proper photos, you've got to find decent packaging to send the items. Obviously, you've got to print the label to send them, you've got to take the items to the post office, you've got to deal with all sorts of stuff. And to be frank, that's why I've given so much stuff away, because I'm fortunate now. I'm in a better position financially. So I'm just looking at stuff, and it's just going, you know, carloads of stuff have gone to the charity shop, to the RSPCA shop. But there are a few things that I think, well, I'll just dip my toe into the waters of eBay again and just see what it's like. And I'm going to sell, and I'll show you them. I've got some boxes of Simpsons, and there's some other bits and pieces to sell as well. So let's have a look at those, shall we? Now, I hope the sound's going to be okay, because I'm actually using my proper mic. Normally when I'm in handheld mode, I just use the microphone on the camera. But instead of doing that, I've got a Rode microphone, but I've turned it round to face me, so I'm quite close. So I'm trying not to speak too loud. I don't want to distort the sound. So I'm sorting out the garage now, and this is what I've got out now. So this is going to be sold. I'm selling 3 lots. One main lot of just assorted Simpsons stuff. I used to have a huge collection of Simpsons merchandise dating back from, you know, the early 90s or the late 80s even, when they started. I think it started in 89. I think I started collecting bits and pieces around 89 actually. And I amassed a huge collection. Most of it got sold, but I've still got odds and ends left. I mean, you know, boxer shorts. There's a sucker born every minute that says this is a girl's t-shirt. I could probably fit into that actually, just about. And there's more t-shirts, unworn, just all sorts. I can't show you everything. This needs packaging properly, but that'll be sold off as a huge lot altogether. And because it's in a big box, I can get the courier to collect it. So that's probably about 15 kilograms or so in weight though. And then I've got another box here, which is again very heavy. I don't know what to do with these. I might sell. What's that? Oh, it's a little Playmobil badge. Well, that's not Simpsons, is it? These were about the first things I bought actually. I don't know whether to keep just these little Mattel figures of the Simpson family, but they're not worth much now, I think, because they're obviously not sealed. I had a lot of these sealed up. This is how they would have come in a place called Woolworths that we had in. They don't exist anymore in the UK. I got them from Woolworths, I think. This was sort of the early. Oh look, it does say Woolworths, £3.99. And these have got 1990 on. So these were sort of the earlier things that came out. But I absolutely had tons and tons. So this is just what's left. So I might sell these figures as one separate lot once I sort them. And then I've got, I don't know what to do with these. I've got these from the book sale shop, 50p. They're quite rare though, I think, like this. These are quite early sticker books. And they've got a huge pile of comics. But I've already been on eBay. I've done a bit of research, as you always should, to see if I had anything that was really quite valuable. But there isn't really anything that stands out. So I'm selling them all as job lots. You sometimes get more money by selling a job lot, because there might be 1 or 2 items in the job lot that people want. In fact, there could be several people after different items in the job lot, and they're bidding because they want those particular items. So you can sometimes get more money by selling in a job lot. The fact I'm selling in job lot is mainly because I can't be bothered, like the old days, of selling like an individual comic like this, selling one, and just all the effort. I just want rid of the stuff, basically. That's the thing. And again, because I'm getting rid of it, I'm not forking out for a storage unit. So to me, it was silly holding on to stuff, paying for storage unit, because when I eventually sell, I probably won't get the money back that I've spent storing the things. So, you know, it was a kick up the bottom for me. I thought, no, get rid, Roger. It's just because I haven't done eBay for such a long time, I'm nervous about doing it again. But I'm sure once I get started with it, I'll, you know, it is like riding a bike. I got very good at doing eBay, and that was even before I was on YouTube. So that's just a selection of books and things, and also loads of magazines with Simpsons on the cover. So I'm selling that as a job lot. That's pretty heavy, actually. That will probably be a courier collection. And then there's some more books in there which I can probably manage to take to the post office. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 different lots of that to sell. Because what I've been doing, these have all been in these boxes. I had about 3 boxes like this, 3 or 4 boxes in the garage with all this stuff in. And I was just bringing them in and trying to sort them, and then getting fed up and taking them out to the garage. And I thought, no way am I taking these back out now. They are going to get sorted and sold. And if they don't sell, they will go to charity. In here is just some miscellaneous bits and bobs. I've got quite a few. I don't know where the rest of them are. Radio Times. Now, I only buy the Radio Times at Christmas. This is a Christmas Radio Times. And some of the older Radio Times from Christmas on eBay can sell for 30 or more pounds. You know, sometimes 50, 60 pound, depending on the year. And it's always been a tradition of mine to buy the Radio Times at Christmas and go through and highlight the programs I want to watch. And sometimes I buy 2. I might buy a cheap listing magazine like TV Choice or whatever it's called, What's on TV, and use that one to highlight the programs I wanted to watch or record, and buy the Radio Times but keep it all nice. And I don't think that's quite relatively new, isn't it, from 2015, 2016, but I've got some older ones than that all over the place. And a lot of these have gone, but I had a lot of Wallace and Gromit stuff. I've just got a few bits left. There's a Wallace, and this is from the film The Curse of the Were Rabbit. Got a couple of Lady Tottingtons. I don't know what the iPad box is doing in there. A Smeg mouse mat, you see. Some soft toys. I think that's a beanie baby. Is that Chihuahua? Look, it's a Chihuahua. And these are old because I bought all these when I worked at Littlewoods, so that's a long time ago. These were exclusive. I did sell a few of those and they went for a reasonable amount. But again, I've got a lot, or I did have a lot of small items to list, but as I said, I can't be bothered. And as I said, it is because I'm now in a much better place financially. If I was still struggling, then I would be bothered and I would do the work, but I just really want rid of the stuff. This is quite a nice calendar. I don't know whether that'll be worth. It's from 2005. Fabulous 50s advertising. It's American, I think, because these all look like American. I've never heard of these brands. Definitely American, isn't it? GE wall refrigerator freezer. Look at that. It's a good idea. See, in America, they were much more advanced, I think, than us, because obviously we went through the war and everything, and things were in short supply. Well, I didn't. I'm not that old. but I believe that people during the war and after, when we were still being rationed, they looked at all these appliances in American movies, you know, like Doris Day movies and things, all these colourful modern appliances, and we didn't have anything like that in the UK for many years. It was all very functional, but people made do and mended. Make do and mend. Things were repaired back in the day, and people were grateful for just, you know, just receiving maybe an iron. Women would have been happy to receive a steam iron from their husbands for Christmas. Believe you me. Back in the day. Nowadays they would divorce you. I'd be alright, but well, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind receiving an iron if I've asked for it. Gum turpentine. I don't know if there's a vacuum in here. I think there is one vacuum. I think this was bought for me. I never wrote in it. Yeah, as you see, it's very American, this. My American viewers might recognise some of these older brands. Oh, there we go. That's the one. That's why I wanted it. There's some of those on eBay now, actually. 2 or 3 of those. That exact model, that pink Hoover Constellation. Hoover, fine appliances around the house, around the world. So that's November's. And what's in December? Ooh. Life's so bright when the air's just right. More families buy Lennox. What is Lennox? Air conditioning. Lennox all-season air conditioning. Again, that's something that's not common in the cold, damp United Kingdom. This book I'll keep because this features the Hoover building that I visited. It's now been converted into apartments. Absolutely beautiful Art Deco building. So I'll keep that. I'll put that with my books. Actually, there's no point in putting it there because I won't. I'll move it over here. I won't actually look at it if it's in the. It was in the garage in this box. I think I was initially going to sell it. This I've had quite a few years. I don't know whether to sell this. This is a little alarm clock. I might keep that. That might be worth something to someone. You can see it's based on an iMac, the old style iMac, the ones that weighed a ton with the old fashioned TV type screen on them. But that's just a little clock. I remember buying that from Littlewoods. That's quite old. Well, old, you know, for what it is, it's old, you know. And for some reason I bought a few Forrest Gump things because I really was into that film. Excuse my handiwork, my camera work. I was really into that film when it came out. Saw it twice at the cinema. And there's a quote, "That is all I have to say about that." And the feather, to symbolise the feather at the start of the movie and I think at the end of the movie. Forrest Gump. But now, after finding out things about Tom Hanks, it's rather taken the shine off Forrest Gump for me. Got some Little Britain stuff. All this was cheap, thinking it'd be collectible. Oh look, that's not even had the thing pulled out of it. So the batteries should still work. I've got some where the things... Oh, there's a Marjorie Dawes there. Dust! High fat, low fat. A keyring head. I don't think these are worth much. I might just put these in a little job lot bundle. I've got a Little Britain. Want that one? This is a freezer mug, so it's got some liquid in it. Look, and you put it in the freezer to chill it, and then you can put your beer. That was well, it had some marshmallows in, I think, which have long gone. I didn't eat them. I think I binned them. November 27, 2007. That's just the doorstop of, I think it was my mum's, of pigs, little piggies all lined up. I think it's a doorstop. It seems a bit, it's not really long enough for a draft excluder. A Little Britain mug. No, but yeah, but that does talk, but the batteries are long gone, I think. Another key ring. I wonder what happened to the others. I don't know if I sold some. I hope I haven't got loads more boxes of stuff, you know. But that's, you know, it's more rubbish. I'll show you the mess. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's disgusting. I was going to... Oh. That's just some Daisy's hair. I was going to spread it out on the carpet in a video and I forgot to do it. I've got another vacuum there that I've just unboxed, and look, my lights. Oh, poor Daisy. She's used to it, aren't you, darling? Hey, just throwing everything. That vacuum blew up on me. If you watch my other channel, you'll remember that blowing up. So it's only a few days ago that blew up on me with the flames. I've just changed for my video, so I've just changed down here, so I've got my old tatty clothes. And now, even though this is the mess at the moment, it won't be like this by the end of the day. You know, it's knocking on for October, coming up to October, and I'm starting to get into the nesting phase. So I'm looking at fleece throws and extra cushions and things to make my home all cozy, but it's not exactly cozy when it's a tip, is it, Daisy? But I bought this. I've always thought, oh no, how could you? This bedding, it's been washed. This is actually made of 100% polyester fleece. And when this first came out on QVC a few years ago, I thought, oh my lord, you'll be sweating like a pig in that. But apparently most of the people that reviewed these say you don't sweat. And it's the most cozy, comfy thing they've ever slept in. Shush, Daisy. And they love it. So I had a coupon, £25 off, and so I decided to try it. But my bedroom is a tip, so I don't really want to... I'm saving this pleasure up to see what it's like before the 30-day money-back guarantee expires. Once my bedroom's a bit tidier, I'll have a lovely bath or shower, and then I'll get into this cozy fleece bedding when I'm not at work the next day as well, and we'll see how I get on with it. But I don't think there's a fleece fitted sheet, you see. This one's a sort of a mink effect suede top, but it's fleece on the underside, and there are two pillowcases like that. I don't think I'll rest my head on the fleece. I don't fancy that. I'll use my cotton pillowcases to actually, you know, to sleep on. There's a vacuum in there that I'm going to give away. It did get a bit better in here. This was full of boxes. I bought this thinking it would help my storage under the sink, but it doesn't actually fit. It's an adjustable shelving thing that you can put under your sink, and you can move these bits to, you know, to make way for pipes, you know, to give you storage, but it's too big. So I'll see if my mum wants that. That's a fantastic American import for scrubbing my floors and shampooing carpets. I've still got this washing machine in place. I meant to get rid of it ages ago. Well, move it out and put my lovely AEG machine back in, but I haven't got around to doing that. And to finish this video, I'll just show you what I'm doing outside. I will be going in the garage, but because the garage is so full, I've had to buy a tarpaulin in order to put some stuff from the garage, because I can't move in there to sort stuff. So we already had a small tarpaulin, but it wasn't big enough, so that's on the ground. And then underneath the tarpaulin that I bought yesterday is mainly empty boxes and empty plastic storage boxes and things. Nothing that's going to come to any harm, but we've got a period of nice dry mildish weather at the moment. It's not due to rain for a week or so. So I'll be going out in the garage at the weekend and doing some more tidying and sorting some vacuums that I'm either going to sell or give away, and just generally getting it sorted. And then I'll have room to put the spare washing machine in there. We've already got a tumble dryer in the garage that we do use in the garage, but one of these washing machines, I'm going to keep this one for spare for now, but it's got to go, you know, out of the kitchen. I don't really want two washing machines in the kitchen. So as you can see, I've got my work cut out for me, but hopefully by the end of the weekend I'll have a little bit more sorted. It's a mammoth task, and sometimes you just think, oh, and it's so draining. I'm sure some of you watching this who may have a slight problem with clutter, it is so draining for your physical and mental well-being. You come in and it's a mess, and you just think, oh, what's the point? I can't be bothered. It's so much to do. But all I can say, and I'm no expert on this, is just try and take it step by step. Try and have one goal a day. Even if it's one drawer, you're going to clean out one drawer. If that's all you can manage, do that. Rather than thinking, just stopping. I'm guilty of this. You just come in and you're tired and you just eat something, and then you just feel like just slouching in front of the TV. But try and kick yourself up the backside and motivate yourself. As I say, small steps. You've got to start somewhere. And if that helps motivate you, if you can say to yourself after one day, you can open a drawer and say, yeah, look, I did that. Think what else I can do. Just say, oh, stop licking me. Ooh, Daisy, I love you so much, but I don't like the lick, lick, lick all the time. Yes, I've got to talk to these kind folks. You've had the T word, I'm not saying it, you've had it ages ago. And it's 4 hours until you get your F word, isn't it? So I don't know what you're after. Oh, you are a beautiful little thing. So, yeah, just try and keep yourself motivated, and try what's a good thing to do is focus. If you're good at visualizing stuff in your head, I am quite good at that. Visualize what you'd like your house to be like. Obviously, you know, you can't visualize something that you haven't got. You know what your house looks like, and you can possibly remember when it was all tidy. I can remember when this house was spotless everywhere. That's what I'm trying to keep in my head. I want that back again. And it's just not fair for me or my partner to live like this. And it is all my doing. I can hold my hand up. It's my problem. I've done it. So I need to sort it. And one day on this channel, hopefully this year, you will get a full tour of this house with everything sorted. But I've got to stop buying stuff. And that's easier said than done. What am I trying to fill? What void am I trying to fill, I wonder? Let's hope somebody fills my void. Ooh, missus. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your nice comments I get on this channel. And hopefully you'll see me soon, or you'll certainly see me having a nice time on holiday in a very tidy but small holiday cottage on the Isle of Wight. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any comments or questions on this video, don't forget to comment below, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.